Hi everyone, this is Marianne and today I am back. It's been a long time. I have a baby. I am now postpartum, almost 7 weeks. So it's been a while. I didn't have the time or energy to make any video before that because having a newborn and as a first-time mom, it's super busy, especially when you have a very interesting and challenging breastfeed journey as I did. I'm gonna do a video about breastfeeding, my story about breastfeeding, but today I wanted to share my birth story because yeah, I just want to share if any of you guys are pregnant or are expecting, then I feel like it could be a good video to watch because my experience was very positive, and I know that on YouTube there's a lot of negative story and a lot of people when you're pregnant tell you their horror story, and you know, some people did to me. So I wanted to share my positive birth experience here on YouTube. This video is not gonna be edited, and sorry for the background. Right now this room is like, it's just terrible, but yes, my birth story. So I was due on November 27, but I didn't have my baby until December 9th. So that was 2 weeks extra, and to be honest I was a little bit worried because here in California, once you are 42 weeks you have to get induced at the hospital, and I choose to give birth in a birthing center without any epidural, without any pain medication. So for me it was very important that I have the baby before 42 weeks, and he decided to come at 41.5. So I had 2 days left, but yeah, fortunately he came at 41 week and 5 days. And so I got my first contraction at midnight, and I remember saying to my husband, forget about the birthing center, let's go to the hospital because this is too intense for me. In fact, the contraction that I had were like super intense very quickly. And to be honest, I feel like it was the hardest part of the birth, like the pushing and everything. That was totally fine, but I feel like contractions are very intense, and I didn't really have control of it, even though I was, you know, very well prepared. I think my doula, you know, she teach me how to breathe and everything, but yeah, I totally lost control, and I went to beast mode. I feel like I was very in another world. The first contraction started at midnight, and the doula came at 3 o'clock in the morning to our house. And yeah, because my husband was like, oh my god, like, should we go to the hospital? Because I was asking for the hospital a lot. And fortunately my doula is super good and amazing because she talked to me. She was like, okay, I hear you, it's very intense, but you can do it, you're already doing it. And she gave me so much energy and so much good vibes that at 6 in the morning we were on our way. We arrived to the birthing center. It's very near our house, so it's like 7 minutes away. So it was very quick, but yeah, basically during those 6 hours, I think those 6 hours were the worst. I remember taking the elevator and going to the car and having this 7-minute ride with contraction, and I was like, you know, F this, F that. I was like very different, like very aggressive towards traffic lights. We went to the birthing center at 6 a.m. and I got my baby at 10:27. It was pretty quick because yeah, it's my first baby and I think it's on the quicker side. But yes, 10:27 he was there, he was born. And basically at 6 a.m. when I arrived to the birthing center, I was already dilated 4 or 5 centimeters already, so I got half the work done, and that was a very good sign. Basically I vomited 3 times at home and 1 time in the birthing center, and I know that some midwives said that if you vomit, it actually helped the process and open your cervix. Apparently if you vomit once, it could open 1 centimeter. So, you know, I vomited four times, so I guess it helped a lot. It was not very pleasant, but you know, I was well, I mean, I was prepared. I didn't know that it was so intense like this, but I had my doula, I had my husband, and the midwives were amazing. So they actually guided me to the shower. So I took a shower, then I went to the bed. I tried the other side. I tried to go to the bath. They have a huge bath, so I went to the bath twice. Then I went back to the shower. The shower was, I think, the best. I think the shower and the squatting, it's like a stool that you're squatting, and then they had like those things hanging, and then you can hang yourself. That was also very helpful. So they guided me through all those kind of position, and I walked and I still moved, but I was the best in the squatting position, and I felt better in this position. To be quite honest, I didn't really think about what position I was in because I was so into the intensity of the waves and the contractions. So yeah, I was in another world. But once they told me to push, I think my brain was like in another mode. Once they told me you have to push, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this baby out of me as quick as possible. And to be honest, it feels like I pushed for like 10 minutes, but actually I pushed for almost an hour, which is pretty long. But it felt very quick to me because in my head I was like, okay, this is the last push, and every push I was thinking this is the last push, and I gave my everything. I remember squeezing my husband's hands and my doula's hand, and I remember that she told me afterwards, she told me that that was a very, very strong squeeze. So yes, I was pretty vocal during the birth, which is okay. I know it's okay, but I felt after the birth, I felt a little bit worried and also ashamed because I was vocal about, you know, the intensity of the pain, I guess, because yes, it was not pleasant, you know. It's a positive experience, but it was not pleasant to me, especially the contraction, because the pushing, I was so into pushing, and I had one goal in my mind. To me, it didn't feel like it hurt at all. Actually, I was so focused on that I forget the pain. And I remember the crowning, and I remember everything. And yeah, I don't think that is the hardest thing in birth. I think really the contraction are the most challenging things to manage. Yeah, to manage. I pushed for almost an hour, and baby was born. I had a tear, I think 2nd degree, one tear 2nd degree, which is not good but not bad either. And because it's a natural tear, it's almost gone now. One thing that I really appreciate, sorry, this is LA, downtown LA. First, I want to say that if I had to do it again, I would do the same way, because the midwife and the birthing center that I went, they're amazing people. They're very professional, very experimented, and they are aligned with what I believe. You know, they believe in natural birth, if you're a safe pregnancy, if you have if you're healthy and everything. They believe in natural birth, and I do so too. One thing that I really appreciate, during the birth they didn't say anything, meaning they were very quiet, and they didn't use any word that I didn't know. I know that in the hospital, if you go, they talk to each other, like they say words that you don't really understand, and it might create more, like, you know, stuff in your mind. You think, and you're like, oh, what is going on, and everything. And I remember actually my midwife saying that baby had his cord twice on his neck, you know. And I'm sure that if it was the hospital, they would have say something. They would have make a deal out of it. But yet at the birthing center, they knew that it was not a very hard, you know, like it was not very tight. It was just very loose, I guess. And they knew that it was okay, so they didn't say anything. And I didn't know. I was just focused on this, and because they didn't say anything, you know, I felt safe, and it was quicker and better. So yes, yes, the baby had twice the cord on his neck. But yeah, he came out pretty clean. Actually, he didn't have any vermix on his body, which is very weird to me. I was expecting, you know, very white baby, but actually he was super clean, and that's the first thing that I thought, that he was super clean and super big. And my first what I said first to everyone was, oh my god, he's out already. And I looked at him and I thought he was so cute, so I said, oh, you're so cute. And yeah, he was so clean. They put it on me, and we stayed like this for like 40 minutes, I think, because we waited for my placenta to come out naturally also. So we didn't cut the cord for 40 minutes. They cleaned the baby. They did some kind of like assessment, I guess, on the bed. The baby didn't go anywhere. He was on the bed with me, and then they suture me because I had a tear. So they put numbing cream, and then they did it. and to me it felt pretty long actually, time-wise. It felt long, but I didn't feel any pain. So yeah, that was it. And at 3 p.m. we were on our way to our house. And so yeah, it was pretty quick, you know. First contraction at midnight. We arrived at the birthing center at 6 a.m. and I had my baby at 10:30 a.m. and then we went home at 3 p.m. So it was very, very quick. It was just perfect, you know. Of course, it was very intense. It was not pleasant, you know, but it was super positive. And it was not that terrible. I mean, it is very intense. Don't think it's very easy, but if you are healthy, if you believe in natural vaginal birth, then I think you should consider giving birth in a birthing center. Actually, they told me that there's not a really big difference between giving birth at the birthing center or at home, like safety wise, but I felt like it was my first, and I just felt more safe at the center than here. It's just my personal preference, but yes. And also, this is my experience, so this is very, very personal, but I just want to put it on the internet because when I was pregnant, I really needed people to tell me, you know, it's okay. If you're healthy, you can do it. Your mom did it. So many people did it without any medication. If you're healthy, of course. And if you still end up going to the hospital and having like C-section or episiotomy or anything like this, it's okay. Your birth story is yours, and the main goal is to have your healthy baby and to stay healthy. So if it's your birth story is to go to the hospital and have medication, it's fine too, you know. This is my story, and I'm very, very happy about it. I'm so proud also. I can't believe I did it. I still can't believe, like 7 weeks after, I'm like, I pushed this baby out of my vagina. This is crazy. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself. And yeah, basically, I wanted to talk very quickly, very briefly about breastfeeding, because once they put the baby on you, of course they try to latch the baby so that you can breastfeed after. Unfortunately, he had a tongue tie and a lip tie, and I didn't have any milk. I remember the first week, it was super, super hard because he lost more than 10% of his body weight, and I had no milk. Literally, my colostrum, it was like 1 drop, 2 drops maybe. But fortunately, we had amazing doula, midwife, and lactation consultant. So after, you know, having his tongue tie and lip tie problem resolved, then, you know, I started to see the lactation consultant and try a bunch of stuff, and now it's way better. I'm still learning, and it's not 100% there yet, but it's way better, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. But yes, this is my birth story. I think I did say everything. If you have any question about the birthing story, just let me know in the comments. The final word is that I am healthy and baby is very healthy too, and we're very, very happy. We're very tired. This is our first baby, and my husband is helping me so much. He's just the most amazing partner, and you know, sometimes it's not easy. We're trying our best, but yeah, he's just amazing. Always support. I don't know how single moms, how they do it, and now I have a whole new level of respect to any mom, any mom basically, and especially if you're a single mom, you're like, I don't know how you did how you do it, how you did it. Respect, really respect. Anyway, I will see you in another video, and I will talk to you soon, I hope. You know, my schedule is quite crazy. He's feeding almost every hour and a half / 2 hours, so after that I gotta go. I'll see you very soon. Bye.